So in about 5 to 7 games into the season, I think late October, early November, I made about 3 videos on the Miami Heat and how good of a team I thought they were this season, as they're my favorite team and I thought was a fringe title contender. And in those videos, I talk about how good they were collectively, Bam Adebayo's Defensive Player of the Year nominations, and how close he is to probably winning the award, not maybe this year or another year, and Tyler Herro's amazing start and what could be a Six-Man of the Year runaway in the beginning of the season. And so far, not only do 2 of those predictions look like they're about to be true, Bam Adebayo has missed significant time, so I think his way into the Defensive Player of the Year race is probably gone. But overall, the Miami Heat has looked amazing, and it's not for the reasons you'd think. And for the reasons why they have been amazing, it can make them even more dangerous come playoff time and later this year in the regular season. So let's talk about it. But before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time I post. I feel like this year is going to be a great year for this channel and I'd love to have you guys along for the journey. So looking back on those 3 videos, I talked about why the Miami Heat were one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA, as they now re-upped with not only Kyle Lowry, PJ Tucker, Markieff Morris, Victor Oladipo was going to come back healthy at some point. They finally had a full offseason for Tyler Herro to finally get healthy. Duncan Robinson's shooting was bound to get better, and overall, Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler had less of a playmaking role on them with Kyle Lowry on this team. So far, all those things have proven to be true. I also talked about Bam Adebayo's Defensive Player of the Year cases, and that went down really fast as Bam Adebayo did tear a ligament in his hand and miss significant time. He's back now, and the Miami's defense looked better than ever with him here. And Tyler Herro's Six-Man of the Year case, which so far this season, he's kept up the numbers he was earlier, which I didn't think he probably would have been able to keep up. I thought he would at least dip below 20 by now, but he's been a runaway with the Six-Man of the Year award. And overall, this team has proved me nothing but right. But there's also something else here. During a 18-game stretch where Jimmy Butler missed 11 of those 18 games, the Miami Heat went on a stretch where they won 14 of their last 18 games. In that span of time, the Miami Heat have been 2nd in offensive rating, 7th in defensive rating, and 5th overall in the league in net rating. And overall, they've been doing it with G League guys that they've developed, 10-day contracts, 2-way guys, and with a bunch of their starters out. Everybody stepped up in a major way and has given the Miami Heat a pretty good dilemma to have. They simply just don't know who's going to be able to stay in the rotation or not. There's so many guys playing out of their mind that we simply don't know who we can probably take out. With Jimmy coming back, Bam Adebayo here, Victor coming back anytime soon, this team's gonna have to make some decisions. And there's gonna be a couple hard ones. You don't want to see certain guys get benched because they have been playing really well, but they also give the Miami a lot of options just in case these injuries do come back to bite us. We have people that we can plug in and play well. And with this young core now, the Miami Heat simply don't miss a beat even when their starters do go out. As we all know, Tyler Herro immediately comes in, he's the spark off the bench. 20 points a game, one of the best players in the league, one of the best players off the bench, could be an all-star coming off the bench this season, and is simply just a spark for this team and a Six-Man of the Year. But then after that, you have guys like Caleb Martin, who's on a 2-way contract you don't know how he fell this far, as he's been not only one of the best defenders in the NBA in the past, I think, 6 games. He's matched up against John Morant, Steph Curry, Fred VanVleet, Chris Paul, and in those games in the 4th quarter, he's holding a lot of guards to 29% shooting overall. That's amazing. The box score simply doesn't show how impactful he is as a player, as he's not only a really good defender, he's extremely athletic, makes great plays, makes great cuts, scores when he needs to, and has been reliable from the 3-point line. Then you look at guys like Gabe Vincent, who last season was definitely struggling with his shot, has come into this year, not only with his shot revitalized, but a way better ball handler, making great decisions. You can put the ball in his hands and know that you probably are going to get something good out of him. Then you guys have guys like Max Strus with Duncan Robinson kind of struggling at home. On the road, he's perfectly fine, but at home, he's shooting pretty bad. I think around 28% from 3. But Max Strus has been Duncan Robinson's basically replacement, as he's shooting 40% from 3 this year and has been a knockdown shooter overall for this team. You have Kyle Lowry, who's been in and out of the lineup, but when he is in, he is an amazing player to have. He keeps these guys settled down, gets them in the role, and overall is just a really good floor general. You got guys like Omer Yurtseven, who had I think a 15-game stretch of having over 10 rebounds per game, and as Bam is coming back and Denman's coming back, he probably will not see a bunch of minutes like he always was with them gone. But overall, he's looked amazing and looked like a guy you can develop to not only play next to Bam for the future, so Bam can play his true position as the power forward on this team, or be even just a really good backup center. Overall, this team just looks amazing so far. With their stars out, with them in, the Miami Heat are one of the few teams in the NBA that you can definitely say have not had the benefit of the doubt so far. A lot of teams had to deal with health and safety protocols. The Miami Heat not only have to deal with that simply, but a bunch of injuries. And right now, they are the second seed in the Eastern Conference, basically first. They're, I think, a game ahead in wins, and Chicago just had a bunch of games postponed, so they just haven't played as many games. So they're basically the #1 seed in the East right now, and they're getting all their guys back healthy. And with that right now, I don't know how you don't fear this team going through the playoffs. I mean, in the 26 games Jimmy has played, he's averaged 22 points per game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals a game on 48% shooting and 87% from the line. Tyler's played overall 38 games this season and has averaged 21 points per game, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on 43% shooting and 39% from 3. Bam Adebayo has only played 19 games this season, but he's again one of the most switchable and better defenders in the NBA. He's averaged 18, 10, and 3 and 1 overall this season. Kyle Lowry's shooting has been a little bit down so far this season, but overall he's just been great at 13 and 8 so far this year. I don't know how you can look at this team and not realize just how good they are. And so overall, my predictions for the Miami Heat were the most dangerous team in the NBA, and they've proven me nothing but right. I don't expect this team to be anything less than a second round out in the NBA playoffs, and I would not be surprised if it represent the East in the NBA Finals. There's very few teams out this side that I think can take them in a full 7-game series if they're healthy. But let me know what you guys think. How fun are they to watch for you? Do you think they're one of the best teams in the NBA? Do you think they're the best team in the East? How far do you think they can go? But with that being said, I do have a video coming out this Saturday, on Saturday morning, about the Miami Heat. It's more of a long form video, spanning about how they built a championship contender from literally nothing, from 2015 losing LeBron to being able to get back to the NBA Finals within 5 years, and then retool to get back to where they're probably at now. I would love you guys to go check that out. You can just hit the notification bell when that does come out on Saturday, so you're notified. I'm gonna put a little bit of trailer here just to let you guys see what it is. But with that being said, stuff up B. That's my time, and I'm out. Pride can be a very dangerous thing in the NBA, and for a team like the Miami Heat, who was the top of the league for a large part of 4 years, even losing the biggest part of the big three in LeBron James, I don't think you can really blame them for being a little bit prideful. That amount of success can just feel normal. But with one of your stars aging at a rapid pace, and another one going down with glaring injury concerns, this team looked like it was about to be forced in rebuilding, whether they liked it or not. But with expert scouting, amazing draft success, a great development team, and being a large market doesn't hurt, this team was able to get back to the NBA Finals within 5 years of the big three era's demise, and looking to get back there this season. So today, not only are we going to talk about just how they did it, but we're going to talk about the culture in Miami that pushes them to not only work as hard as they do, but to find the players that fit their system and do what certain teams have been trying decades to do.